What about the other things government tells us they want to do for us? And again, if you're in the 49% that doesn't pay federal income tax, you can say to yourself, I don't care, I don't pay for this. Yeah. Now, I'll give an easy one first. Clean water. We all want clean water. Of course we do. Who wants muddy water to drink? Who wants poisoned water? The question isn't whether or not we want clean water. The question is whether or not we want it cleaner than it is today and what the cost is. Well, somebody else is going to pay. Oh, heavens no. Not if you buy water not if you have a water bill that comes every month. If the EPA mandates that water has to be even cleaner than it is now, and if the municipality that provides your water has to increase their costs to do that, those costs get passed on to you. That's not even an evil, greedy corporation. That's just the municipal power company. They're part of the city government. But ask yourself this. I'd like clean water, but you know what? If it's going to cost me an extra $100 a year or $200 a year, I'll take the water I've got now. I've been drinking water for 60 years out of the tap. Seems to be okay to me. Why do I need any cleaner? Maybe 40 years ago it had stuff in it, but I don't remember any massive problems 3 years ago with the water. Why does it always have to get cleaner at higher and higher cost? Now you can see that if you pay a water bill. You can see the price go up. But all of these things work the same way. How about clean air? Oh, we all want clean air. Oh, the Republicans don't want clean air. No, I think my air's pretty clean. Charge me another $200 to make it a little bit cleaner? No thanks. Now this doesn't come as a tax payment from you, but it comes in the cost of other goods and services. If a car has more fuel emission standards on it, or if California mandates a certain percentage of their energy comes not from fossil fuel but from solar and wind, their energy costs are higher. Just so they can have cleaner air, I guess. Although I think their air kind of comes from Mexico and us and everybody else, but they're going to pay for it because they're environmental geniuses. All of these things have a cost. You may think to yourself when the government says, let's raise minimum wage. After all, poor people, a poor person needs a living wage. Fine, let's pay him 50 grand a year. If it was a good idea, let's go whole hog. No, we don't want to do that. But let's raise it from 7 to 9. That's good. That's compassionate. It's compassionate because it's not the government's money that does it, it's yours. Remember back when these Subway sandwiches were $5 footlongs? They aren't anymore. Maybe some specials there are, but it's now 7. Why is that? Well, it's all sorts of things, but if you have the guy sitting there making that sandwich is now making $8 an hour instead of $7 an hour because the state minimum wage went up or the federal minimum wage went up, it costs more to make the sandwich. They're going to pass on that cost to you, the consumer. Whether you're rich, whether you're poor, whether you're average, they're going to pass it on to you. You are going to pay for that. And think about this. The vast majority of people in minimum wage jobs are 16, 17, 18-year-old kids that live with their parents, whose parents feed them. They may provide them with a car, but at least they don't have any rent, utilities, or food to buy. So you're giving them extra money so that they can buy more iTunes or video games or go to the movies. A lot of 17, 18-year-olds have much more discretionary income than the poor. But the poor people that go into Subway and buy a sandwich, they're actually giving money to that better off teenager because The government wants to be compassionate, and no one ever thinks about it. Everybody thinks that's a good idea. Yeah, we ought to have higher wages. That'll put a floor under wages. That'll make people better off. But the problem is that violates the grand universal theory of anything. Lunch is not free.